Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Sales with Jay and Ron.
Yep, where we are turning script readers into pro salespeople.
Today's topic is dealing with difficult people. So I know somebody here who's listening has dealt with a difficult person who says they're interested, or that we called and pissed off, or that could be interested, but we can't get through to them because they're just difficult.
They're fun. Like me and Jagger, we try to see it as like a gauge of how good we are as salespeople. There's always the cookie cutter, like, ready to sell their house, not much going on. Yeah, like those are great by all means, right? We make money, everyone's happy, but these give us a good gauge on like how good we actually are.
Before we jump in, another thing it does is that there's so many people who will just write those people off. And then now they're not even getting close to this deal. Where if you're good enough to uncover their needs, whatever we'll talk about, but if you're good enough to get past the difficult situation that they're maybe going through, or just who they are, maybe they're having a bad day, and you could get to the house and their situation, you have a 10 times better chance of locking up that deal than the easy person that 15 people are going after.
That's true.
It's a quick tip, Sales with Jay and Ron.
That's like a short.
Yeah, that was good.
That was good. No, I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna
cut that. My fault. So
that was great. No, I'm gonna keep this rolling.
All right, cool.
Let's go. All
right, so what do you want to start with?
Staying behind. So dealing with someone difficult. It's easy for you as the salesperson to get caught up emotionally, like F this person, like, this person doesn't want to sell, they're just being jerks. It's super important, guys, to take a step behind. Always stay behind emotionally with this person, right? I don't know if for those who have kids, you guys know what I'm talking about, right? Like, they're going to test you, and people sometimes can test you as well, right? You don't want to get too emotionally involved, right? Take a step back, kind of see where you need to take this conversation, see what you need out of this conversation, and ignore all that extra stuff. Your goal is to extract, if you're in the second call, as we always say, temp, right? Time, equity, motivation, price, and the next step. As long as you get that, it's all good. It doesn't matter how the person responds to you. What's really going to show them if you're about it and it's going to help them loosen up is if you do everything you're going to say. And the way you can do that is by not getting emotionally tired. So make sure you stay behind.
Me and Ronnie struggle with that sometimes, where I'm like, fuck this guy. Yeah. I'm like, wait, he might be interested in selling. Let me take a step back and really just see if we can buy their house.
Yep.
Period.
That's it.
Next thing you want to do is set a clear expectation. And I feel like this is probably the most important thing you can do, because if you don't set a clear expectation, especially dealing with difficult people, they're going to find a problem with what you said. They're going to be thinking, wait, what about me? How does this conversation help me? What's going on? I just want an offer. You're not even going to buy my house. You lowball me. Let me stop you right there. For me to buy your house, I just need to have a 5 or 10 minute conversation, a little bit about the property and a little bit about your situation, just to see if we can be a good fit for you. It sounds like you might not even be interested in that, and that's okay. Do you want to even continue this conversation to see if we can buy it? If not, no worries at all. I don't buy every house from every person I could talk to.
I mean, that's another short, man.
That is.
You say that to anybody, it's like, what are they going to say? Like if they really want to sell, you've made it very clear of what's going to happen. And you made it clear that even after that, you still might not buy the house, right? It shows the abundance mentality, right? You're not thirst to just buy their house, right? If it's not yours, it's another house. It's okay. Like maybe it won't work out. You go in with that attitude, and the person has to now abide by your rules or hang up, right? It's one or the other. But at least you'll know by the end of the call whether that person's serious about selling or not. Number 3, find their needs quickly. So people that are angry might not be as conversational as most people, and that's okay. But guys, if you know the person is angry and maybe does want to sell, they've showed you enough to show you that they want to sell, like don't be a jerk either. Like get to their needs quickly. And if they now want to talk a little bit more after you loosen them up, that's great. But if they don't keep them on the phone more than you have to. Get their needs. Check if you can figure out a solution for their needs, and keep it moving, guys. Don't start lingering, because that's just gonna provoke the person to hang up on you or to not even consider you.
Yeah, it's well said. Yeah. And then it just comes to, if everything fails that we just told you, and the person is being very difficult on the phone, be very combative, just not feeling like you're having a good conversation, we do something where it's called falling on the sword. So before we even say what it is, I would love to see Ronnie, play this out. So I'm going to be a difficult seller. Ronnie's going to,
let's do it. Let's
fall on the sword.
Yeah.
Ronnie, I just want an offer. You keep asking me about my house. I'm not even that interested, but you keep asking me for personal information. What's up? Why are we even doing this?
Hey, Jay, you know what? Let's take a step back, man. I'm sorry. I don't know if I was clearly I wasn't clear in the beginning when I was telling you that I had to ask you some personal questions about you and about the house, because I know there's people out there that can buy a house without even seeing or knowing anything about it. Unfortunately, I can't buy a house like that. So, once again, I apologize for not making that clear in the beginning. And, I'm not trying to make your day worse by keeping this going. How about we take a step back? And hey, if you want to talk a little bit more about the house, that's great. But if you don't, man, I understand. Like, I'm not here to mess somebody's day
Ronnie,
up.
listen, I'm obviously having a tough day. How about we try to maybe talk about this another time? I do appreciate you understanding.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. Life happens, man. I get it. How about this? I'll call you tomorrow, maybe in the evening, and if you still don't want to talk, then just let me know, and maybe I'll call you another day.
Boom. See what he did there? Fell on the sword. He held himself accountable even when he maybe didn't need to, because at the end of the day, guys, you heard this term before, the customer's always right. Maybe they're not always right, but we want to make sure they feel that way, especially because if I'm doing the alternative, which is like, hey, why are you acting like this? Why are you being so difficult? Why aren't you going along my questions? You're just asking for a combative situation where Ronnie took the accountability like, listen, I obviously said something that offended you. I'm so sorry. And with you actually being genuine about it, either the person's going to fold and feel bad for you, or they're just going to be a genuine, difficult person and just want to move on. And regardless, you're putting yourself in a position to win, because now you're talking to a seller who's interested, or you're with them and you guys got to a common ground where you can build off of it.
Yeah, I mean, guys, use those tactics with difficult people. I'm pretty sure you'll be okay. If you're not, you can email us directly and prove us wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is going to work. If you guys want to watch more videos on just being a better communicator, just click right here.
Boom. Solid.